Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Ndungu on Inspire and Give Hope Show. By the way, guys, before we start, I want to say thank you for the 319 subscribers, guys. I'm so grateful. For those who have already subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much. For those who are yet to, kindly hit that subscribe button, like, share, and leave a comment. Guys, your subscription, your liking, your comment, your sharing really means a lot to me. So guys, it has been long since I updated you how I have been. Guys, you remember the last time I was unwell. I was really sick. I managed to go to the hospital. And the medication that I was given, guys, I was able to take them, and I think they started responding on the third day. On that is when I started now feeling some relief. My pain went down. Actually, it's the flare-ups were able to go down. And where I'm seated right now, guys, I'm feeling awesome. I've recovered so well, though I'm still following up on doctor's review. But thank you guys so much for praying for me, for being with me, for sympathizing, for being empathetic actually to me, guys. I'm really grateful. So guys, today I want to shed light to you about my second surgery. Actually, it's a second surgery and a revision surgery. As I told you on my previous video, guys, I had my first surgery in 2019. And the surgery went so well until December when I started now feeling pain. By the way, guys, the experience of my first surgery was so traumatizing, very traumatizing, because guys, I could feel a lot of weight from here to my waistline. Like even if I was told that now this is after the surgery, hata ningeambio ni turn on this side, guys, it was really hard because this part was really heavy for me to lift, even to move it was just a task. I tend to think it's because of the infusion that was done. I think there were just foreign things in my body that were making me now to feel awkward. The pain was so much, it was on the extreme. I could feel a lot of pain during my first surgery. The first few days of my first surgery, it was really painful, but I pulled through. There was a very big support system from the doctors, from my husband, from my friends, anyone who came to see me, anyone who was around me. They really offered me good support system, and I was able to maneuver through that episode. So guys, on my second surgery, in December 2019 is when now I started feeling some bit of pain. Like when I stand, I could feel that if I stand, I could feel like a burning sensation that comes in inanichoma. And then when I try to shift my body a bit, goes down slowly. So I didn't know what was happening to me until I went back to the hospital now in January to continue with my physiotherapy and my gym exercises that I had already been introduced to. And when I went to the hospital, the therapists there, they told me, the physiotherapist, they told me that we wish not to touch you at the moment until you see an ortho so that they can be able to tell what is wrong with you, because they could also see that I'm really in a lot of pain. And by the way I was explaining to them how I was feeling, they could tell that that is not normal. So guys, in March, I went to see my ortho. Actually, nimengangana January, February, nikijambia itaisha. It was really getting worse. It was really becoming unbearable for me. So in March, early March, I went to see my ortho, and I told him what I was feeling. And he was really attentive when I was speaking. And I could tell that he was really trying to understand what I was saying. And I remember him asking me to go and get an X-ray immediately and bring it back to him before he closes the clinic. Now this is at MTRH, and I went to the X-ray room, and the X-ray now, guys, now that was it was another experience that I wouldn't wish to go back there again. Just a simple X-ray. Remember, I have some infusion in my back. There's this, okay, the leg that was in so much pain, it was the right leg because of the infusion that had gone wrong a bit. So I was given 5 liters of water on each side. I was told to hold 5 liters of water like this, and then I bend. Guys, bending with 5 liters and waking up with him, like turning again to look this side, upside, kurudi juu tena, with 5 liters of water. It was painful. Nilipigo hiyo x-ray nikilia. It was really painful, and at that point now I knew something is wrong, because I didn't see why me lifting 10 liters of water could make me experience so much pain. So the x-ray was out, and I took it to the I was given, and I took it back to the doctor. On going to the doctor, he told me that I can see there's something wrong. I can see there's another disc that is inhibiting some problem. I think it's another degenerative disc that is developing. And he told me now for us not to rule out or to be able to see now which one it was, because my previous surgery was on L4S1. And when the x-ray came out, you could tell that so many of my discs had discrepancies, and they were bulging. There was so much bulging on my back. So I was asked to go and do an MRI. Hey, sijui kama saa ni mara ya 7 ni mara ya ngapi. That was it was really tough. I had to embrace myself. I booked for an MRI, and I went for one. And the results were out, and I tried to ask the MRI guy if he can see anything wrong with my spine. And because I was looking at his machine while he's seated, even without him telling me there's something wrong, I could already read it from his screen. Because guys, once you're in a certain condition, inafikanga mahali hata wewe mwenyewe unakuwa ni kama daktari, ama sijui ni kama hata wewe mwenyewe unaweza kuinterpret vitu zingine before you even reach to the doctor's room. So guys, just looking at my MRI, ningejua tu hapa there's a problem. So I took it back to my doctor, akaisoma, akaambia, now I can see that the disc that was infused in you, it has already shifted, and now it is pressing your nerve. That's why you have so much episodes of inflammation, of so much pain and numbness. So I asked him what the next plan is. He told me there's no any other way but to have a second surgery, which is a revision surgery, and I should go back to the facility that I was in. So we had a lengthy talk, and I asked him about maybe some risks that might be involved in the second surgery. And he was very open. He told me that the risks are there, but we hope the doctor that is working on your case, he's very competent. But the risks are there. You may realize that maybe you might paralyze from waist downwards. You may lose some bowel movement. You may lose your bowels. Your bowels, zinaitwa nini? The muscles. They might unaweza kuwa damaged. Akaniambia so many things are at risk, but the doctor who is on your case, he's very competent. With that word, he gave me a lot of hope, and also me knowing that my neurosurgeon is a very good doctor. So he told me, I can't touch you because I didn't operate on you the first time. Just go back to your doctor, give him these imagings, and then from there he'll know what to do. So guys, I took my imagings on Friday, the 13th of March 2020. Remember, this is in a span of 1 year, 2 months. I'm going back for another second surgery of the spine. So I took it to the doctor. It was on a Friday, and he told me, Jen, you know what? I'm booking in you today for theater at night. And I was like, Doc, I've just come to give you the imagings of what I've been able to find out, but where I am, I'm not prepared for another surgery because it is scaring me off. And then the doctor sat me down. He really talked to me. He really encouraged me. He really empathized with me, and one thing he assured me is that, Jane, hii ni kitu kidogo sana, we are going to correct it, we are going to rectify it. And he again explained to me what he's going to do now to that disc. So that night I told him, Doc, I was not ready to be admitted today. Kindly allow me to come tomorrow on Saturday, and from Saturday, once I'm in your facility, you're free to do whatever that you want. So I went home. We really prayed. My friends came. Actually, they spent the night with me at my place, like around 10 people. They came at my place. We spent there. We prayed. They encouraged me. They gave me all the support that I needed. And by morning, guys, I was super ready for that surgery. Yani, like, they really encouraged me. Hata nilitoka huko nilitoka huko nikijiambia, I'm a God's child. I should not fear anything because God knows it all. So guys, they also took me to the hospital. They all offered. They came, took me to the hospital, and I checked in. But I remember, guys, when I checked in, I could not sleep on that bed. I could not sit. Yani, like, no, ni kama nikifika kwa hospital sasa ndio shida inaamka kabisa. So nikabukio in to the ward, and I was told, Jane, as at now, you should not eat anything. Yani, like, it was an emergency. So at 10:30 at night, I was called and I was wheeled into the theater. And now this time, my first surgery took 2 hours and a half. But for this surgery, it took 4 hours and a half. It was a very critical surgery. It was a very tough one. Because I remember I woke up again in the ICU for the second time with oxygen mask all over me. And I woke up with this terrible headache. And my temperatures were very high. So I remember whenever I could try and wake up from the bed, I could just vomit. I didn't understand what was happening to me. Now that was on Saturday, kuamkia Sunday. That's when I found myself in the ICU. And that Sunday, it was a really tough one. And I remember, guys, when you could enter into the ICU, you could not even identify me. Nilikuwa nimefura the whole of my body. I don't know what happened. Nilikuwa nimefura the whole of my body. My eyes everywhere. Hata mimi ningejiangalia hivi, I could not even tell who I am. So I woke up with a lot of complications, but the doctors were able to address them immediately. And I remember I woke up with 5.6 pints of blood, which was very weird. And my doctor was really concerned and was like, Jane, you didn't bleed all that at the theater table. So I wonder what is happening with your blood. And I remember they did like 3 tests giving the same results. And at that point, I had a very terrible headache. Like, I could not even turn. My temperatures were high. I remember they were 39. It was terrible. It was terrible. And the experience at the ICU, guys, it was horrible. Like, we should be grateful for life, for good health. Like, when you wake up in the morning and you are able to go about your activities, your other duties, guys, you have nowhere that is hurting you. Health-wise, you are perfect. Guys, people are fighting for their lives in hospitals in a very, very big way. Some you can't even tell whether they have given up, whether they have given in. You can't even tell because even themselves, they cannot understand what is happening to them. Guys, it was a terrible experience at the ICU. So many details that I cannot give. But it was tough. My second surgery was a bit manageable, tolerable for me because as at my second surgery, I knew how to climb to my bed. I knew how to come out of the bed. I knew the exercises that I was needed to do immediately I leave the theater. I knew, I knew so many things, and now the heaviness that I could feel around here during my first surgery, this time I could not feel it because I think now my body was used to the infusion. Let me say that apart now from the complications, and now the pain. But for the second surgery, it was a bit manageable than the first one. And I think now that comes with the experience. The experience of the first one was a bit tough compared to the second one. And I maneuvered so well. So guys, I remember by the time the schools were being announced that on Monday, students should go back home because of COVID. I remember that day I was in the ICU when that news came. And I remember on Sunday, that Sunday, I could see some staffs moving up and down, and you are like, what is happening? They told us that there is a curfew, so we are trying to change shift to the night shift nurses, and as we want to go home before the curfew time comes. So on Monday, guys, the state was chaotic. The situation was bad. The COVID-19 now had really hit really hard. Everyone was scared. And I remember at that time when I was in the ICU, I heard that the children have been told to go home. And I just remembered my baby. And I remember in that ICU, the only thing that I prayed to God was, know that they are coming home today. God, don't allow her to find me in the ICU. Don't allow her to see me so vulnerable, so weak, so hopeless, and so sick. God, just perform this miracle. Get me out of ICU. That was my prayer, because that was now on Monday, and I knew on Tuesday my daughter would have arrived. So that was my prayer to God that day, and I could just close my eyes and just pray. Ninaomba tu kabisa. I just fight with my God. I tell him, God, don't allow my daughter to find me there. And by around 6 in the evening, I was told I can go now to the ward. And now on Monday during the day, I was requested to get 5 pints of blood. And people came. Watu walijitolea, watu walijituma. I really got that blood. Actually, hata wengine tuliwaambia msitolewe kwanza, because wacha tumeitishwa 5 na tumetoa 5, ngojeeni kwanza. If they need more, I will let you know. Yani guys came through for me in a very, very big way. From my friends, from my church mates. Yani people came in a very, very big way. And I'm really thankful for that, guys. You know yourself wherever you are. So on Monday, I was discharged now to the general ward, and immediately I started receiving the blood. The transfusion had already started. I started being transfused with another blood, so that now I can be able to stabilize. And guys, nilisukuma maisha huko. I continued getting treatment, and when my time for discharge came now, a week later, I was discharged to go home for extension of the care at home. So guys, for the second time, I had to make arrangements with another physiotherapist from the hospital now to be coming home again to rehabilitate me from zero again. So guys, that's what happened. I came out with another physiotherapist. Akakuja nyumbani for 2 straight months, every day. Until now, I was able now to be on my feet again. So guys, I remember on the 4th week, I started having this pain on my right leg. A lot of pain whereby I could feel like I want my leg not to attach my leg to a very cold thing or ice. Sometimes I could feel like I want to attach my leg to a very hot thing. And sometimes I could just put on one socks on the left, and then on the right, iko barefoot na sijavaa slippers. Yani I could not understand what was happening. So I called the doctor. And the doctor told me, kuja mbio sana. Maybe, okay, when I reached there, by judging how he had understood it, is that nikama something has gone wrong again. So when I went there, I explained to him what I was feeling, and then now he was able to diagnose what my issue was, and he told me that I've already developed a neuropathy pain on my right leg. Neuropathy pain, it's another nightmare, just like sciatic nerve. When neuropathy pain decides now to come and attack you guys, what? That thing is painful. So I was able to battle the neuropathy pain for at least an year before it got better. And to date, I still have a problem with neuropathy pain that attacks me unceremoniously. Nitaita hivyo, like hata iko invited. I'm just seated well, nimekaa tu vizuri, and then I have this tinglish pain, the numbness, the inflammation, the numbness inataka joto, inflammation inataka kitu baridi, nasikia tinglish feeling on my feet. Guys, it was terrible. I think now that I can say that is the only complication I was able to get after the second surgery, but I can say that it has subsided with time. So far, it is doing well. With or without medication, you may find that it takes a few days or a few months before it comes back, but whenever it is coming back, I always know how it starts, so I'm able to cover myself as early as possible. But guys, the second surgery went on well, and up to date, up to where I am right now, guys, I'm really thankful to God and to my doctor and his team. Guys, it is always good to get a competent doctor, a competent team, and a competent person who is being directed by the Holy Spirit and by God. Because for my doctor, guys, he's very competent. He was able to maneuver the second surgery so well. And actually, he told me what my issue was. The space between my disc was very big. And for the disc that he had put, he had just put a small disc. Now, when he realized that the space that was left after the degenerative disc has been totally scrapped off, because ilisiagika kabisa, my bones zilikuwa zinasiagika, inaisha kabisa, inakuwa unga. So the space that was being left, the doctor had put a small disc previously, but now after the surgery, he realized that he needs to put a big disc so that it can attach itself from one corner to the other, so that it does not, the other one could turn, it could move. But for this one, it is so big whereby it cannot turn, and in the process of not turning, it cannot even sleep like the other one, the way it is slipped. So guys, that is what actually my doctor did to me. And so far, I can say that so far so good, because it has not been of any discomfort to me. It has been a smooth one to now. Only now the pains that comes now with the triggers. Only now the discomfort that comes when you feel like the metals ni kama zinakulana, or rather ni kama zinapitana. It's a very uncomfortable discomfort when it happens like that. And now the triggers. But so far, guys, so far so good. The surgery was successful. Right now, I'm okay. And guys, I just felt now that I had started telling you about my story, you also deserved to know about this one, guys, because all of what I'm doing in this channel, it is to inspire and give hope to that someone out there who feel like all is lost. They have lost life, they have lost hope, and they feel that whatever that I'm going through, I'll never come out of it. Guys, I know there are so many myths about back surgery. There are so many myths about surgery ya mgongo. Unasikia mtu akwambia, kama ni surgery ya mgongo, wachana nayo. Guys, I can tell you that once you are in that patient's shoe, that's the only time you can understand that the pain that these people go through. Guys, back pain is very painful. It is very painful. Inakunyima peace. It even denies you sleep. Guys, I don't know. Let's seek treatment. Whoever has a back problem, or whoever has a sick person who is experiencing a back problem, encourage them to get medical help, because I can tell you that the back pain that you experience before getting a medical attention, it's worse than even after you get the medical attention, because it is usually very painful. You don't know what is eating you up. You don't know what your problem is. But guys, it's doable. I believe in everything, put God first, and the rest, it will just be done. Yani weke tu Mungu mbele, the rest, muachie tu. because I believe, guys, there are so many people who are going through other medical challenges, not only the spine or the back. There are other people who are going other difficult medical journeys. There are those who are having relatives, friends, family members, and sometimes you run out of options of what kind of help does this person need. So you find that because you are not able to understand the kind of help that this person needs, you tend now to retreat back, like you step aside. But what you don't realize is that this person, all they need is the support system, just to sit there with them and assure them that all is well. I'm here with you. I'm here to walk with you through this journey, and I'm here to try and understand your pain and make it easier for you, guys. Imagine that's all that person needs. They just need that encouragement, that presence, that support system. Unakuja tu namtembelea. Just have a moment with that person and try to put yourself into their shoes. It is usually a very difficult moment. It's usually a tough situation for anyone who is going through a medical journey. By the way, guys, it's not necessarily that a painful episode, it's all about medical. You may find that there are people who are going through a work challenge, a marriage challenge, relationship, social. You find that it is that painful for that person. Yani anakwambia inamuma kama kidonda. So guys, let us be kind. Let us be people's peace that you want, the peace that you want to experience. Be that peace to that person. Be that kind person. Show kindness, show love. Let's be there for each other, guys, and let's on keep encouraging each other. So guys, on this show of Inspire and Give Hope show, it's purely on giving stories that are inspiring to someone. I believe there's someone out there who will watch this video and they just look at me and I'll inspire them. I'll inspire them to take the next step about their medical journey. I'll inspire them to go and encourage someone out there, guys. And I believe that together we can change the world. Together we can be able to support each other, and we can be each other's support system. So guys, anyone who has a story that wants to share with the world, I'm here. I'm giving you a platform just to inspire that someone out there, just to give someone hope who have lost hope and feels that the world has come to an end for them. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly hit that subscribe button. More stories on inspiration, inspiring and giving hope are coming, guys. Keep it locked, guys. Thank you so much. Till next video, guys. By the way, if you have any question, feel free to ask me on the comment section. And if you want to contact me, on my description box, there lies my contacts, whichever one that you may want to contact me with. So thank you, guys. Till next time. Bye-bye.